Pranams, everybody. Welcome. Pranachal Shiva. I'm in Tiruvannamalai right now. Morning I came here for my routine monthly visit. So I thought I'll have a clarity session from here and we'll come straight to the questions. Two, three people sent some questions. So clarity sessions, what we will be doing is this will be kept only for clarity. Only question answers, any doubts, because we are moving on a path. So if you have any kind of doubts, any kind of questions, you are free to ask, clear your doubts, because that is a part and parcel of those who are practicing. So clarity sessions, I believe I'm keeping it for people who are practicing. So I'm just making a little changes in the way satsangs and all used to go, because I used to regularly every day sit with satsangs. Will not be doing that anymore. Satsangs will be for people who are deep serious, people who are practicing, people who are doing webinars. I would like to keep satsangs, deep satsangs, reflections, follow ups, etc., only for people who are doing webinars. Because according to me, they are serious people. They are paying money, they are investing time to sit for 4 5 hours webinars. They are taking the pains and efforts, making efforts to take the benefit of that webinar. And thus, I'm only reserving deep sessions only for them. So regular satsangs will drop from now. What is open to everybody is anybody who is following YouTube, following any other teachings of Ramana, Arunachala, and have questions. They can attend clarity sessions and clear their questions. Of course, those who are even doing webinars can always ask questions, clear their doubts, because I would like nobody to be with any kind of doubts. You should all have your doubts cleared. So that is a part of the whole process, clearing your doubts. So clarity sessions, we'll keep it only for question and answers. You can definitely send your questions beforehand so that I know there are questions to be answered, because if there are no questions, I would not like to continue with the clarity session. Let's say we have one question and we have answered the question. If there are no other questions, we will be dropping the clarity there. We will be ending that session there. Because clarity sessions, I would like to keep only for clarity. You can have interactions, you can speak, we can have interactions, just like a meet. You can have discussions only in clarity sessions. So those who have interest in the clarity sessions can definitely come for that. And the rest, which is there, deep satsangs, I will regularly be keeping for 1.5 hours for the members. And members, I call those who are doing webinars. Because what's happening is a lot of untoward incidents happened in the past. People leaking out information, even to the extent of coming to retreat and doing this nonsense. So trust issue has become a big deal for me now. It's very difficult for me to trust, even because I never expect anybody to come to Arunachala and do this kind of things. It's a very sacred place. I treat this platform very sacred. I treat the whole hall as a temple. I teach you to make your body as a temple. So if pure intentions are not there, I would just not want such energies in and around this platform, whoever it is. I know there will be a great reduction in members, and I already see it, but I don't care, as I told you. Because right from day one, our intention is not to increase followers here. Genuine, authentic people only are needed, because by the end of our life, we should produce results. If results are not there, then this is like any other path. You go, you follow, and whole life you're doing, you only don't know what you're doing. Confused, no clarity, Here, that is why I'm keeping regular clarity sessions. Nobody should have even an ounce of doubt of what you're doing. You should be crystal clear. And I believe we should respect the platform for that, because I don't think any platform is giving this kind of services where you can directly ask questions and, be literally spoon fed. So perhaps we are not understanding, we are taken for granted. Sometimes when we get things for free very easily, आराम से सब कुछ मिल जाता है, तो उसकी कीमत नहीं रहती है. So I have stopped now even putting it on YouTube, because I believe those who want to go deep, let them come here on the platform. Why should I give this kind of service on YouTube? So I've cut down that also. YouTube, there will be videos, but it will be only just bland and on the superficial part. For people who like superficiality, who want to go deep, they have to pay a price. Come and sit here. And even if that has got to do with money, I don't care. Let it be labeled as money also. Because I feel money is very important. Money plays a very important role. All this free stuff in spirituality is all hoax. Free में advantage लेते हैं लोग. In fact, I have tried to keep free for many people also. There also advantages been taken. So I believe it going out of the way to serve somebody is not seva. If we have to serve ourselves, then we have to pay the price. Seva service is not expecting somebody to come and serve us at the doorstep. But when we want to be served, we go and serve ourselves. It is self-service. Here it is self-service. No dishes are served on your plates at your home. Home delivery band ho gaya. I've stopped home deliveries. Even that is why I put in the WhatsApp channel that if anybody wants the link, can ask for it, because I'm not going to come selling my satsangs. I'm not going to come and put links every day to everybody's WhatsApp and say, come join my satsang. Especially for those who do not care about it. Why should I go and simply say, we have a satsang here and there? Why should I make all the efforts? Because if somebody really wants it, they will simply keep a watch on WhatsApp channel. I don't know what's the confusion. Many people say it's a confusion. What is the confusion? You just have to join the WhatsApp channel. Oh, we have to click there. Yes, my dear, you have to make 2 clicks. वो आदत हो गई है. Everything is just coming into our message. Okay, links are coming, everything is coming, free service is coming. And now when you say you have to go to the channel. Yes, you have to go to the channel, my dear. Because if you are thirsty, you go to the well. Well is not going to come. It's very, very clear, the message. So I'll put this part on for everybody also, those who are not here. Those who want to join and be a part of these satsangs or activities, then just join the WhatsApp channel. And when you join the WhatsApp channel, all the updates are coming there. Whatever is there, I'm putting every single day. What happens? People normally they don't go there. They are so busy people. Exactly 9 o'clock, if the satsang is there, 8:59, they will come and ask questions. What is this about? Is there any satsang? But they will not want to go and look there. So I don't know why people feel I have the whole time to sit answering and discussing with people. So I thought this is getting too much. If those who really want it, there are simple protocol, follow it. Those who do not, this is not the platform for you. So you go to WhatsApp channel and you'll get the whole thing. And yes, I told you about the webinars also. Webinars, which is the 1 or 2, whatever we do. And one webinar I'll keep free for everybody. And that will be the basics. So you need not do it again and again. Those who are new can do it. I'll spend one Sunday, at least 3 to 4 hours, enhancing that. Or if new people are coming, if anybody in your family or anybody you want to introduce, because 2-3 people said what we have 2-3. In that case, you can come and that will be free. So I'm not keeping any charges for that. But to go deeper into other stuff, then we have to pay a price for that. It might be one or two, or I'm just thinking, just like some of you mentioned, instead of keeping those two charges, two webinar charges, turn that into a membership for a month. I thought, yeah, that also makes sense. It's the same thing, right? The headache in it. So you pay like a membership for a whole month, and the one or two webinars which are there will be no need to again register for all that. Headache hi khatam. Plus, what will happen is all these membership people will directly get the follow-ups. All the sessions they are entitled. Headache hi khatam. I said yes, that makes sense. Somebody suggested that. That definitely makes sense. So let me see. From April we'll do that. But right now, I think today I'll be doing this clarity. Tomorrow I do want to do free open live session where we just become a part of healing in this world. There is so much going on right now in the collective consciousness. So much of pain, so much of restlessness, so much of innocent people going through so much. Actually, there is nothing called innocent, it's all karmic, but still, we are part of the collective consciousness. Now, mind you, I'm not sitting here to heal everybody. We are not sitting here to heal everybody, but we are just trying to understand we are part of the collective, and whatever happens to us happens through us. We are somewhere responsible for the collective. Like I told, our Karana Sharira, when we all put together collectively, the causal body, the collective causal body creates collective karma. Like my causal body creates my karma. We all have individual causal bodies, which creates our own karmas. So that way, when we merge all collectively, it creates a collective karma. So somewhere we are linked to that. And as a part of our growth, as a part of our evolution, I believe we can definitely contribute to those energies in the collective consciousness without keeping any expectancy for the results. It's a bhava that's come out. So the bhava, I told you, it comes always from the causal body. So if you follow that bhava which comes from deep your heart, your being, that is what you are guided to do. And that's what I have taught in all these 4 years. Listening to the inner voice, inner guidance, is listening to the center of your being from where you get these deep vibes. And you follow that. That is how you are guided to live your life for yourself and for the collective. So I believe this is a nice place I am right now in. It's a powerful place, anyways. So I was looking at the whole thing today here also. And I'm expecting reduction here also in the retreats. Still, it doesn't matter. There will be retreats in Uttarkashi and in Gorakhpur, which are two important retreats that I'm looking forward to. But again, they don't have level 1 and 2. They will be generalized, but deep ones, because there are deeper locations. The tattvas are deep. The 1 and 2 level that we do will always be maintained in here, Arunachala, because here is where we can actually powerfully practice towards self-realization. The rest also are moving towards that, but I believe level 1 and 2, which we can go, it will be deeper here only. So I believe one will come here. And in 2026, we have these 3 retreats at least. One Arunachala, one Gorakhpur, and one Uttarkashi. Let me see how we are guided. I will know after the Kerala trip. Some of you are coming there to Kerala. And there has been changes because I've seen after this commotion that happened, some of them dropped back, cancelled their. And I take it as a very welcome note because at least you are being honest. We must be very, very honest that we must know what we are exactly doing. Either we follow or we don't follow. We should not be dangling here and there. So perhaps some of us felt like we have to follow one particular path and they have chosen. That's okay. That's what I exactly wanted. And this is what I wanted all these 4 years. I have never wanted people from other paths here because I told you it's a contradiction. If you go by a non-doership path and then you are connected to a doership path, you are going to dangle very badly in between. You're going to have a battle because one will say do this and do that one path, and the other path will say don't do it. Then you will come and ask me what to do. I will say follow one path. So this is not something new. This keeps on happening. If you see every year, once ये होता है filter, one shrug is there. एक झटका मारे सब फिर वो उड़ के जाते थे. So that is needed. It's a part of the whole process. I believe that's how the filter of Arunachala is keeping everything just filtered so that we can go deeper. So these clarity sessions are for deeper so that we enter deeper. And what does deeper mean? Deeper means we understand that we are in a game. This game that we are. I see that we have problems understanding this. That this is a game because we are too seriously taking our lives. And that comes from joining multiple paths. When doership is there, that doership comes from this strong identity with your body and personality. So some paths will tell you, be in your personality and be this, be a good father, be a good mother. And here I'm teaching you are neither a father and mother. You're going to have big confusion. So for whom is this? I'm not even a father, not even a mother. Today I'm putting many videos on shifting into awareness. I can see how many people like that. 10, 12 people like it. I wonder how are you even understanding what I'm talking? What are you understanding? Because some truths you can't digest. When you say I don't have a father and mother, I've had hundreds and thousands of fathers and mothers. Whom shall I consider my own? Which is my own? Agar ye khatakti hai, then this path is not for you. If this pricks you, if this hurts you, then shifting into awareness is not your path. Shifting into awareness is pure Ashtavakra Gita, Avadut Gita. It is pure Ramana, it is pure Nisarga, and is pure the grace of Nityananda. These three great masters are deeply connected, the Gyanis. This is the path of Jnana, so we are connected to Gyanis. And you see all these three Gyanis, pate pute, non-glamorous, simple human beings who are all Jivan Mukta. All of them Jivan Mukta. All of them not struggling to do any tapas. All of them are free, though being in the body and utilizing their body and living their life whatever they're supposed to, however they're supposed to, and giving others an example. That's where the teachings of these great three Gyanis are coming. Shifting into awareness connects to these three tattvas. Ramana Maharishi, Nisargadatta Maharaj, 100% these two people are the path here. So if you have discomfort with these two people's teachings, then shifting into awareness is not for you. If you can easily embrace these two giants, then the path is for you. So this is the path of Gyanis because this is Gyan Marga. Path of wisdom, and the path of wisdom where everything opens up. All the higher teachings, deeper teachings which people have not even heard of. That is why there is so much of commotion, so much of confusion, where sometimes people feel this is anti-Sanatan because they do not know something like this exists in the Gyan Marga. Path of wisdom is very deep. It has not been exposed purposely to the crowd. The path of wisdom is not for everybody. Path of wisdom opens up only to whom are ready, who are ready. Path of wisdom is the well. That well can be approached and accessible only by the horses who are thirsty. That is Gyan Marga. I did a mistake by opening the Gyan Marga to everybody. It's not meant for everybody because all can't digest it. It's too much to take. So when it's not easy to digest, it can go to very extraordinary levels. Anger, frustration, hatred, even violence. People can become violent. Now I understand why Jesus says, don't throw all these gems to anybody, lest they trample it under their foot and turn around and kill you. Yes, they can kill you. I've been through certain things all these years where I get even threats for physical harm. I get all kind of threats, but that's coming from ignorance. That's coming because somebody is not able to understand that these are nothing that I manufacture at my home, but these are their own dharma teaching them, but they have not known their dharma. And they say, I am anti dharma. So most of the time I have to reveal to them. It's from coming from your dharma, my dear. You have not seen it because it's been concealed. So for that reason, I say this path should be where it is. Like Bhagavan Ramana never went around preaching. He never put up tents. He never had raised platforms. He never gave speeches to the mass crowd, but he was silently here. The horses came here. That is the path of Jnana. Look at Nisargadatta Maharaj. Not a single event where you can see he's gone anywhere. He's sitting in his home smoking beedies. And people from all the countries started coming to him. And these were thirsty people. Because of those thirsty people, today we understand what Nisargadatta Maharaj gave us. So, our gratitude to all those thirsty people who came to Ramana, who came to Nisarga, due to which they opened up. That is the higher divine plan to reach it out to far beyond, because all the horses cannot come to a certain location. And at the same time, all the wells don't exist forever. Ramana in the physical body, Nisarga in the physical body, they will not exist forever. Nityananda doesn't exist forever. So what happens? You look at all these three people, Nityananda, Nisarga, Ramana, they left behind books, isn't it? Not one of them wrote their own book. See how deeply it is. Nityananda never wrote his book. Neither did he instruct anybody to write a book. Ramana did not instruct anybody, nor he wrote a book. Nisarga did not instruct anybody, wrote a book. But when the horses came to them and then they started taking notes and they felt it was good that they can help, and then they asked for permission. All the three giants, when it was asked, can we? Then they said, okay, let it be gone to the whole crowd. And due to that, today, here we are sitting and we are contemplating on all these three masters through the books that came. And all these books are direct speeches. Nisarga's direct speech, he directly spoke, directly recorded. Ramana directly spoke, directly recorded. Nityananda directly spoke, directly recorded. There is no third party writing a commentary. Are you getting this? Even when I choose Ramana's teachings, I do not go through commentaries. I do not see what somebody is talking about, what Ramana has said. I directly dive into that space. So I take books which are directly Ramana's talks. In that, what happens? You are going through an unfiltered talks. Even Chidakasha Gita is, after many years, has been polluted. It's not the original. So I try to refer to the original, what was given to Tulsi Amma, which is in Kannada, and it had to be translation. Every translation, there is some pollution. So we must learn this art of directly tapping into these great Mahatmas, directly connecting to Ramana, Nisarga, and Nityananda, receiving their grace and blessings and tapping it down. All these I will be teaching in the coming months. Tap directly to these giants. That's how I am doing. And I'll be teaching it only to those serious people. Again, what I said, it's not come. Only those who have seen, who have spent enough years, time here on this platform, spend enough, money or energy, time spent here, that is the gift you will get for your long term commitment. Anybody who's joining new, at least 3 months, I'll be scrutinizing them before I can even call them a part or member. Looking at their activities, seriousness, attendance, commitments, following the protocols. If they are all doing that, then in 3 months, I'll confirm. If not, follow YouTube, follow all the teachings, multiple teachings on YouTube, and try and sit and process with your brains what you can understand. So these three giants, Gyanis, are whom shifting into awareness, this platform is connected to. Why I'm using their names? Because there was again a commotion that I'm teaching something else. I'm not teaching it. Right from day one, 2021 till date, whatever I've taught, not a single teaching, you will not find a copy of any other path. Even all the paths which I have been to before, I have used it. I have grown up, reverence, thankfulness, respect to all of them, but I never teach anything from anybody's platform. The confusion, commotion comes because I was having an identity before. So people identify, people love living in the past. We have this habit of looking at anybody by their biodata. Somebody calls, I'm a Christian. Christian who? When did you see me going to church or following any rituals? By name. How much do I use that name? Nobody has no idea. Why did I change the name? To remove that identity. For you, your past is this. All this past has been tried to be messed up. And I am here in the present. I've evolved. We all evolve, isn't it? Every single day we evolve. You are no more what you were last year. So how can we put our biodata and say, I am following this, I was following that? You was, maybe, you was, you were. I also was. But we are going, like Nityananda says in Chidakasha Gita, once you come to the second standard, you need not use the books of the first standard. Throw away the first standard books. That is what it means. Ladder by ladder, as you evolve, you have to learn to let go of the past and live in the present and even look at yourself and others in the present. You might look at somebody. I have told you in webinars, when you say, I cannot look at this person because I am connecting to the past. Non-forgiveness, non-acceptance comes because you're looking at somebody in the past and you don't even know that person has changed. Outside, the body is looking same, but internally, how do you know? Every saint was a sinner. Every sinner has a future of being a saint. Every saint had a past. Every sinner has a future. So this is spirituality. Looking at people the way they are, where they are standing right now, not by their biodatas. And trying to connect with their past, because we are people of the past. Only the people who are strongly connected to their past, their identity of the past, will always look at others and others' past. You will see what I was last month, I will never find me the same, including you. If I look at you, you're changed. Everybody's changing. It's a changing of consciousness. So judging anybody by the past is the most silliest thing to do. We love tying up people to their past, including ourselves. And that is why people don't progress. People don't allow others to progress because for them, because they are not progressing, they are stuck to their past and only they can talk about their past. They would like to see people also according to their past. A lot of commotions unwanted. So, but these all give clarity. Definitely, it gives clarity on why we think the way we think. lot of things has been tried to be cooked up. I don't know. Many cooked up stories from here and there, which I also don't know. They say, we know your past. What is your past? This happened, that happened. Where did you get that from? Some link it with the paths I was in. See, when I was in any paths that time, there was no problem. Today, after 5 years, they're telling this happened, that happened. Simply. I don't want to sit justifying anything. That's people's problem. Or I had affair with some ladies in some 2 years back. I was with somebody, I ran with somebody. Oh, once upon a time, I even had a child, which I think I had spoken before. That was when I was in the ashram days. Somebody said, I am meeting somebody and even produced a child with somebody. And वहां देखो तो तुम what do you call? खाना खाने को टाइम नहीं. Morning 8 you go, night 8 you come back. Where will you go to produce a child? So, and that time it was better, okay, because everybody know, this guy is आता ही नहीं. Sunday also is here. And where, so that time nobody believed all those kind of things. But it goes on. Some or the other stories keep cooking. Now, these are all vested interest because when somebody cannot in control by any methods, then all the methods are tried. Some or the other, even violence is tried. Dara dhamka. Go on there because we cannot stop all those things. What people do is their karma. Go bhogenge. What I teach is to stay centered in what you have come here to do. Because the world will always try to shake you from that momentum. I'll tell you why. Because most of the time, people do not like you evolving. Sometimes, why sometimes? Most of the times I've seen people, they do not do anything on their path, but they will not allow others to do. It may be even in family and friends, even in friends, where jealousy factor is there, you can't see the other moving. So the best you can do is pull them down because I want to feel comfortable if you are with me. So I need company. Where are you going ahead? You cannot go. Gyan Marga? Where is that? Gyan Marga. Come on. We have to do a lot of things, but somebody is going beyond doing. No, 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 no. Then put guilt, put fear, put some of the other things and say, no, you have to stay here. So all these things, one has to be very, very aware. If you are fully aware of yourself, this is what I'm teaching. You'll understand the intention of others very easily. You don't need to become intuitive or have your sixth sense opened. Even common sense will do. You'll simply understand certain behavior, certain energies. And at that time, what do? You do not become a samurai and do kung fu. You shift into awareness and get back to doing what you are supposed to do. That is the best thing to do. Go to your divine presence, connect to your inner self, inner God, these great giants who are always there with you because you are following their teachings. You follow their teachings, their grace is always with you. Because this, I told you, this path is a path of grace, not effort. Here you cannot boast, I will do this, I will do that. Kuch kaam nahi karega. Kripa ka marg hai. Kripa comes with pure intention, pure surrender to that tattva. So you surrender to Arunachala, which is Shiva himself, or God himself, or Allah himself. I wouldn't like to put any name there because that's a supreme God consciousness, which appears as Shiva consciousness, or Krishna consciousness, Ram consciousness, Jesus Christ, Christ consciousness, it is called. That is why Ramana taught about Christ consciousness sitting here to all the Westerners who came. He explained the Bible even better than Christianity explaining. Because Ramana Maharishi was excellent in the knowledge of Bible, because since childhood he had read only the Bible and Periya Purana. These two books were there in his home. So he was deeply into it. He had read the Periya Purana, means the big Purana, which is the story of the Shaivite saints, 64 Shaivite saints. So he loved that and he loved the Bible. So he has explained very beautifully the tattva of Jesus. Like I was there last Sunday in one of my old friend's house. I had gone to meet her, Christina, a very good friend. She's there in shifting into awareness, but rarely she comes. She's more connected to the Jesus tattva because she's a Christian. So I met the family and I was Sunday in their house. So there the talks about Jesus Christ came and awareness came. So I explained to them, Jesus is awareness and God is the supreme consciousness. Consciousness, supreme, pure awareness. Jesus is the reflected awareness. Like what we say, Shiva is the pure consciousness, pure awareness. Shiva is pure awareness. And then Kartikeya, his son, is the reflected awareness. Because when Shiva interacts, the pure consciousness interacts with Shakti, pure awareness interacts with consciousness, reflected awareness is born, Kartikeya. In that there is a awareness born. That is the awareness of Shakti. Lights might go off anytime. Here there is no backups. Just warning. Just intimating. Exactly like Kartikeya is the son of God, Shiva, Jesus calls himself the son of God. Isn't it in Bible? I'm the son of God. And you shall reach my father only through me, Jesus says. And here if you see, Kartikeya, you can reach Shiva only through Kartikeya, only through awareness. Without awareness, you will not know Shiva. Awareness tattva is very powerful. See, awareness tattva is known as the Guru principle. Dakshinamurti. Guru tattva. Dattatreya Bhagavan. That's the Guru principle, the first Guru principle. Guru principle means the awareness that teaches you, the awareness that guides you, awakens you, and puts light. Guru means the one who sheds light over darkness, the one who dissolves darkness by the light. That is Guru. Simple tattva. So your inner light is your Guru tattva. If your inner Guru or inner light is not very much active, then you need somebody else from outside whose inner light is active. You call that only as Guru, external Guru. So that is external Guru and there is internal Guru if you are having that illumination. If your Murugan Tattva is active in you, if the Christ consciousness is awakened in you, Jesus is awakened in you, that's awareness. So the family said very beautifully, yes, we are realizing that. We are realizing that. We thought Jesus is somewhere outside. No. Christ consciousness, it's a consciousness, it's awareness. So Bible also is talking the same. And here what Ramana is teaching is the same. I'm so happy that Ramana knew about Christ consciousness because that's how the Westerners could understand there is no difference between religions. Man-made creations also, differences in religions. Mahishasura creates difference in religions and fights between religions. So you have to be aware. Until you are aware, until you have Christ consciousness or Krishna consciousness awakened in you, you'll never know it is Mahishasura doing this work, separating paths and people and religion. It's Mahishasura, pure Mahishasura. But for that, you need awareness. You need the gift of the Guru Tattva. The light of Guru has to be activated in you. The Murugan has to be activated in you. Then you will know that there is no difference. And that is what we are learning on shifting into awareness. So this path is not connected to any other teachings except focusing totally on Ramana Bhagwan's, Nisargadatta Bhagwan's, these two people's teachings, because that is the only way you're going to get redemption. Coming to the non doership, moving from doing to being. These are all being paths. And if you see the Nirlamba sadhana of Shiva, who's teaching to Parvati in Devi Kalotra, that is exactly Ramana Bhagwan's teachings. That is why Ramana Maharishi ji brought out Devi Kalotra. You will never find Devi Kalotra anywhere else in the world other than Arunachala here. One reason it was hidden was this, what I told you. People are not ready. So people who come here are ready to hear that. That is why Devi Kalotra is here. That is why I like to speak Devi Kalotra only with the people who are coming to the well. Only to the thirsty horses. Because the other horses will get wild if it is told before time. So that's the clarity on this path. And yes, because this is the path of light, that is why I christen myself as Jake Light, followers of light. Shiva is Swayam Prakasha, self illuminated light. You are all light only. You're all light beings. We are pure light. Pure awareness is only symbolized as light. Pure awareness, Shiva, what we are calling that only is light. So we are all beings of light. And since this is the path of light, we have ascended masters whom we are connected to. In all these years, you have seen, we have done repeated programs on them. These four giants who are all light masters, who are light masters, who have converted their body into light while living. They lived as a body of light, the Divya Sharira. You have Yoga Sharira, you have Nada Sharira, and you have Divya Sharira. Yoga Sharira is your physical body. You have to have certain mastery over that. Then it turns into the Nada Sharira, the body of vibration. Where you understand I am vibes. We have done that many times. That we are just the Prana Sharira. You know, the Prana, the moving, the movement, everything is vibration. In Mantra Maheshwara, we did that. Activating the Nada Sharira through the mantra. Understanding that body itself is a mantra. Mantra is vibration. Body is vibration. Your Panchakosha is all vibration. You can say there are 5 big mantras, 5 koshas. And when they unite, they become one big mantra, Om. So from these light masters are people who from Yoga Sharira turned into Nada Sharira, and from Nada Sharira they vibrated even higher and they turned into light. We are their followers. I'm just trying to make things clear. The path of shifting into awareness. It's all on light. That is why we did so many programs on them. Activating the temple of light. We had done one program, if you remember. This year we will be doing one more time. And these great ascended masters of light, to whom we connect and take our guidance and whom we are protected by, are Mahavatar Baba, Malaleshwari, Jesus Christ, and Ramlinga Swami. I have taken deep sessions on all these 4 masters, where if you remember, every single day we dedicated to one master. Where we took one day, I sat with Mahavatar Baba, connected to him, his teachings, his sadhana, experiencing that. We sat the other day with Malaleshwari's teachings and her sadhana and connecting with her deeply because they are part of the Guru Mandala. And then we connected deeply to Jesus Christ, his teachings, his higher teachings, which are not even known in Christianity. We have access to all those teachings, which is nothing but Devi Kalotra. You see the teachings of Jesus Christ, it is nothing but Bhairava's teachings, Kala Bhairava, the breaking of everything. He breaks all the concepts because he is the light master. And then we connect it to Ramlinga Swami or Vallalar for South India. And we learned the sadhanas and the teachings of Vallala. If you remember his mantra, which we had all day recited, I've done a lot of sadhana here in Vadalur during my traveling time with this mantra called Arutperum Jyoti. Arutperum Jyoti, Arutperum Jyoti, Tanipperum Karune, Arutperum Jyoti. Arutperum Jyoti, Arutperum Jyoti, Tanipperum Karune, Arutperum Jyoti. I have explained in depth the meaning of this. And we have contemplated very deeply on this. Because all these great masters were beings of light. Beings of light never disappear. They disintegrate their physical bodies, but they are very much alive in the light bodies. That is why they are easier to connect and accessible. They respond. Now, if you connect to these four ascended masters, which we do in shifting into awareness, they are our guides, they are our protectors. And if you connect to the Gyanis who give you the final Gyan, Nityananda, Ramana, and Nisargadatta, these seven great masters, we are deeply connected to. Rest of the other masters, there are many who are from the Bhakti Marga because devotion. Sant Mirabai, Sant Tukaram, Sant Gyaneshwar, Kabir Sahib, all these beings who teach us Parabhakti. And Parabhakti is the end of the Gyan Marga, where Bhakti and Jnana mix together. These both combine together in the end. And here, that is why, along with Jnana, there is Bhakti. So all these masters, what I took names, the 710 of them, these are whom we are constantly focusing on. We are not focusing on any other paths here. We are not focusing on any Puranas here. We are not focusing on the Bible or Quran here. We are focusing on the higher teachings, deeper teachings of these great masters. So we should have crystal clear clarity that this path is not what we understand it commonly as. So there is no question of any debate or competition here with any other paths. In all these 4 or 5 years, other than what I took names now, I have not taught any other sadhanas, any other teachings of any other gurus here. If there is one, show me. I'm very sure because I live in my present, I eradicate my past. My past is dead to me. So I don't bring anything from my past. What is in my present? When I'm in my presence, what flows through me is my satsang, is my sessions, is my retreats, is my webinars. And whatever is in the present is nothing from the past. So if we understand this much, there is no need to panic. Simply understand and go by your experience. Don't go by biodatas. Go by your own experience. Is there transformation coming? Is there stillness coming? Is there peace coming? Is there liberation coming? Are you breaking your illusion? That is what this path focuses on. The other paths might not ask this question. Is Maya getting out of you? Are you getting detached from this world by while still being in this world and doing your responsibilities? How free are you? You will see this path will liberate you from that illusion. And that is why you will find here only talks about the Upanishads and higher teachings like Ashtavakra Gita, where you are taught that you are none other than the soul. We do not teach religion here. We do not identify ourselves with any kind of paths. That is why I call even shifting into awareness the pathless path. It is a path which you have to throw one day. It is pathless. It is a pathless path. It is an identityless identity. It is a conceptless concept. Means it's a concept which has to be thrown one day. It is a path that has to be discarded one day. Even the teacher here has to be dropped one day. You have to learn to mind your own business. That is what this path teaches you, to become independent. And that is why it is very strict. That is why it doesn't allow nonsense. That is why it doesn't allow creepers to come here and bring in any kind of ignorances. Even if people come and try to take anything from here, they will go empty handed, because what they're trying to grasp is through their mind, and these talks are not for the mind. These talks actually break your mind and helps you access something which is beyond your mind, and that won't come with you. You cannot capture that. You cannot capture it like a technique, like a method. Learn some tricks of the trade and think you can escape with it. The moment you feel you have escaped with it and you try to use it, you will see it will not function. Try it if you want. If you think it's a method which you can learn, here while you are in the presence, it will work for you. But when you try to access that on your own, thinking you have got a key to something, it won't work. Check it out. That is because this path is of grace. And if you have disrespect to the grace here, to the platform here, to the teacher here, to anything that teaches you here or helps you here, you cannot escape with it. This is a path of grace, pure grace. And for that, you have to have humility, simplicity, innocence, and pure intention. Again and again, repeat these things, because without these, you will see the final path will not open. Even if you have learned who am I, if you are practicing, you need grace to open. That is known as the Guru's grace. Where is the Guru? Seated deep in your heart. Guru Dakshinamurti sitting deep in your heart, which is the knower of your intention. You can fool others, you can fool your own minds. You cannot fool the Guru sitting within. So I am saying, don't attempt all those things. Those are all play of the ego, play of the mind, play of Mahishasura. Become aware of all these things. Is this what I want? Do I want to hit the axe on my feet? Do I want to hinder my own progress by finding deceptive, manipulative, and cunning ways to find shortcuts here? It is not going to happen. I've told you this. There is no shortcuts. So the first sign is humility, simplicity. Become innocent like a child. Don't become childish. Don't become foolish, but be innocent like a child. So the questions, it's heavily raining here. So that's why I said the light might go. Pranam, how to keep the consciousness alert during dream and deep sleep state? I'll take another question also, because both are connected. Pranam, ultimately after Jivan Mukta state, the blissful state, Satchitananda, exactly what is the goal? What next? Being aware, being in presence. After giving completion to each thing, what next? First, my dear, don't think the Jivan Mukta state is such ordinary. Don't think you have reached your Jivan Mukta state. Being little aware and little present here and there, being little in awareness, doesn't mean you have reached there. The question is, after Jivan Mukta state, after kya hota hai? That means you are saying you have reached there. Jivan Mukta state is the state of redemption after which there is no ichha, no desire to liberate. It's a liberated state. You are asking this question itself shows you are not liberated, which means it's not a Jivan Mukta state. Become very, very practical. Don't take these teachings like some study of your mind. These are states to reach. And that cannot come with some sessions, some webinars, some little jnana from here and there. It might take you a lifetime or lifetimes to come to a Jivan Mukta state. Don't be in a hurry. This question of what next itself shows you are not in your present moment. Whenever anybody asks what next, it shows you are not in presence, and you say, what is the state after the being in presence? You are not in presence at all. If you are in presence, there is no question of what next, because next is in the future. Become aware of this restless mind. Become aware of this mind that is not yet in awareness, which is busy contemplating, expecting, hoping for something to happen in the future. You have lost your present. Because there is a bit of tiredness in your question. There is a bit of restlessness in your question. Restlessness shows that you are not in your presence. So, my dear, practice awareness and first be completely rooted in your presence. After that, we'll see जीवन मुक्ता. वो सब बात की बात. पहले इसको स्टेबलाइज करो. If you say no, I am yet to stabilize it, I am asking after that. So आप कल में नहीं फिर परसों में चलेंगे. You have gone to day after tomorrow. Come straight only to the present. Don't even worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about what is next. What is your practice? You do that to the fullest and do it every single day, every single moment. There is lot to practice. There is lot to practice. Don't let the mind ego tell you you have reached somewhere. I'm telling you, you have not even reached 1/4 of it. Don't let the mind hyper excite you, then you'll go into hallucinations. You'll start behaving abnormally. You'll start behaving very superiorly. Suddenly, the world has become very inferior. You have become very superior. You'll see these kind of bhava coming inside you. You'll say, yes, Jnani. All these people do not know it. You'll talk more ill about the ignorance of the world. Foolish people. Because there is a sense of superiority coming in you that you are somewhere. You have reached somewhere. Be very careful and mindful of these things. These are what will topple you. What did I say? This path will make you more humble, simple, innocent. Does an innocent child bother about tomorrow? A child that is 5 years old, does it worry about its future and career? Whom it is going to get married to? What will happen tomorrow? A 5-year-old will never have these kind of questions. Why? Innocence. Because the buddhi or man ज़्यादा विकसित नहीं हुआ. The moment the mind develops and intellect develops, it gets into all these kind of things. So I'm saying, become humble, become innocent like a child, live like a child. Yeah. Enjoy your day, enjoy this moment, forget about mukti, moksha, jivan mukta. Can you bring your mind to a state of complete inner cheerfulness without having to fake it? Can you bring your mind and life to a state where it is not bothered or worried or anxious about anything? Work on that. And I've given enough practices to work on that. But where हम लोग कहाँ practice में रहते हैं? चाहे नहीं किया एक practice, what next? एक webinar खत्म भी नहीं हो, what next? Follow-ups to do, follow-ups will do. What is the next webinar? This is our mind. Retreat खत्म नहीं हुआ. When is the next retreat? This next destination which is there is the most dangerous thing. Become fully aware. You are not on the path yet then. Mind is running. And I've told this enough times. The moment you start creating this kind of a scenario in your life, you're training your subconscious. I'm not perfect yet. I'm not there yet. For your whole life, you'll be running. Because whatever state you achieve, you're not going to be there to enjoy that situation. Even if you are staying in awareness for 15 minutes and you are experiencing no mind there, no logic there, no anxiousness there, but the moment you come out of it, you have come back into the mind. Again, it is, I'm not perfect yet. Then you will say, in tomorrow's meditation, I'll again become present. Forget about tomorrow's meditation. Why can't you just shift into the presence right now, every moment? Master only the moment. Only the moment. There is a lot of work here to do, my dears. Who gave you this imagination that you have reached somewhere? Mastering to come into the present. What is the present? Present doesn't mean you become blank. Present means you're learning the skill to do your work, to be in this world and yet remain afloat. Not by the power of your mind saying, I am a drishta, I am a witness. Because the sayer itself is the mind. You cannot be a drishta by saying it. You have to move into that presence. We have done enough work. So master those basic forces. Don't jump into Ashtavakra Gita directly. Master those basic ones. The basic ones. Staying rooted in the awareness. Be aware of whatever you do. And ask this question instead of asking, who am I? Time both hai, who am I? Ask, where am I right now? Am I in my mind body right now? Identify that. All the time ask this question. Where am I right now? You'll automatically, the mind will tell you, I'm in my body, I'm in my ego, I'm in my mind, I'm in my logic. The moment you get an answer, okay, I'm there. You have understood. You are not in presence. Shift. Again and again, simply your sadhana is this. Ask, where am I? I'm in the doership. I've got to do this, do that, hundreds of things. This sadhana, that sadhana. Where am I? I'm in the doer. Shift. Suddenly, when you move into the presence, there is nothing to do. You just be. Now increase that. Prolong that. Prolong it to such an extent that your whole Jagrata should become that. Then I'm coming to the next question. What you asked? How to stabilize the dream and Sushupti? First, stabilize Jagrat. Don't ever think without the Jagrat perfecting, you can go there. Same syndrome this is. Jagrat perfect नहीं हुआ है. अभी स्वप्न तो perfect करने चले. The Jagrat, बेहोशी की अवस्था में. What is your Jagrat? Where are you in the Jagrat when you say you're perfected? You are still a wife. You're still a mother. You're still a husband. You're still an employee, employer. You are someone still. That is not Jagrat perfection. What is the state of Jagrat perfection? When you live in presence, you know you are thus the presence. And that is 24/7 in your Jagrat. Every moment when you live in that state, you are liberated. Then that will seep automatically. There is no sadhana to do in Sushupti and Swapna. You cannot enter that state. But this state has to overflow there. So again, forget those other states. ये mastery किया है कि पहले जानो. I'm teaching you about Jagrat. I'm not teaching you about how to master your Swapna, your Sushupti. I'm only giving information that there are these two states also in which awareness will become alive. But for that, one has to make their Jagrat. All these states are multiple. Jagrat, Sushupti, Swapna, three states. In every state, there are three states again. Jagrat, 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 Swapna, Jagrat, Sushupti. Three in Jagrat only. In Swapna, there is Swapna, Jagrat, Swapna, 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 Sushupti. In Sushupti, there is Sushupti, Jagrat, Sushupti, Swapna, Sushupti, Sushupti. बहुत काम है. Forget all that. These are all deep, deep states. What I am talking right now is about Jagrit only. In the Jagrit, Swapna, Jagrit, Sushupti. In this Jagrit state, become Jagrit first. Jagrit. In the Jagrit, become aware. Totally. Then you'll understand Jagrit Swapna hai. Your Jagrit is a Swapna, it's a dream. This is not real. And यार हमने mother, father, husband, wife छोड़ा ही नहीं. Identity छोड़ा नहीं है. काहे का स्वप्न लगेगा ये? First, your identity has to die. When you practice Jagrit, that is shifting into awareness practices. Jagrit में जागृत करना आपको. जाग मुसाफिर. All those people who come behind my life are because they don't want to get Jagrit. They love this swapna. They बोलते हैं कि ये मेरे स्वप्न को क्यों जगा रहे हो मुझे? क्यों जगाते हो लोगों को? Why are you awakening the people? All are sleeping. I am sleeping. Let them be asleep. I love my sleep. I love the dreams that I am dreaming. I love to feel that this is my father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, son, daughter, grandson, granddaughters, grandfathers, nephew, niece, friend, enemy, relatives. I love this swapna. Don't awaken me from this. That is why there are only 10, 11 likes on these kind of posts. Getting the point? समझ लो अगर गहरा लगे तो you can move away from this path. This is too much for me to handle. Then when you feel ready, re-enter at that time. If you're not ready, don't even try this. Because then you'll curse me, you'll curse yourself, you'll go crazy. Readiness is needed. You have to be a ripe sadhaka, a mature sadhaka. That is why Ramana, Paul Brunton, you can see they said this should not be talked to everyone because this is the path of the ripe and mature souls only. Do not even discuss these talks with anybody. Now you understand why I say deep sessions, protocols, strict protocols. Oh no, I cannot on my camera, don't come. Oh, I'm not available today, don't come. No recordings. Those people who understand ये स्वप्न जगत है इधर क्या खाक लेना देना है. In this dream, what bullshit am I playing here? What is left for me to go? Hundreds of things I have got. I am very important. Okay, स्वप्न तुम्हारा important है. Then deep sessions are not for you. Until this becomes a priority, you cannot have priority for these sessions. No, I've got some work. Go do your work. I cannot on my camera because I'm lying down on my bed. Vishram mode mein. And I don't know when I'm going to sleep. So I love keeping the this on. And since you have said face is not required, I'll sleep on the bed. I'll keep this on facing my fan. And when I fall asleep, I don't. This is a nice lullaby, your talks. No. Don't go. You have the courage to sit in front like a participant and participate in that. Then come. So deep sessions are going to be like that. Only camera on and you have to be in front. No hide and seek anywhere. I cannot afford it to come today. Don't afford to come today. Come for the next session. No recordings will be given. You are not special. You're nobody special. When your swapna is very deep for you, be in the swapna. Because if your swapna is very deep for you and you take a recording, then you are looking at a dream. You are sitting in your real swapna and you are looking at a dream. Oh, what nice teachings. Sounds very dreamy. Then you'll have fantasies. क्या क्या है? Oh, जीवन मुक्ता state. ये ड्रीम ख्याली पुलाव तुम बना रहे हो. सत्य को तुमने स्वप्न बना डाला. Oh, जीवन मुक्ता state. How will it be? Dream. Keep dreaming. Why? Because you are not woken from this dream. You take this dream as very real and your sadhanas as a dream. Wow. So this is not meant for everybody. 5, 10 people also sit, but no problem. Those who are ready only sit. And you have got 100 of things to do those things, no problem. If you find this as a priority, you will make a point to sit as a priority. Because I see, for me, this is a priority. I might not taking, you think I have, मेरे पास कोई काम धंधा नहीं, I have a lot of other things to do. But when that time comes, I make time for it. So when I can make time for it, I expect others also who are on the same path and understanding the same path to take out time for it. People from abroad, people from other countries sit up sometimes at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. And हमको फुर्सत नहीं है, हमको अभी बहुत काम है, बर्तन मांजना है, मान जो ये बर्तन मांजने वाले के लिए नहीं है. You will say, no. This is not the way. You have to understand we are living in the world, right? Worldly भी हमारे पास, worldly बने रहो. Because still you give so importance to your worldliness. Your worldliness will always be a reality, not a swapna. You will never be able to see your old world as a dream. That you are moving in your dream, claiming this and that, this is mine, me and mine everywhere. So Ashtavakra Gita is not for everybody. Tripura Rahasya is not for everybody. So जागृत पहले जागृत बनो माय डियर, बाद में आगे बात करेंगे, हम इतने बड़े नहीं बने. जागृत will lead you to the state of seeing everything. जागृत में सब स्वप्न है. You are not interested anymore. You are seeing, you are knowing it's a dream. You might be affected in the dream. You might have those. Because you are not Ramana. You are not Nityananda yet. Okay? Don't try to behave like that. Be normal. In the Swapna also, you know it's a dream, but still you might get ouch. You might hit your hand or feet somewhere and feel the pain. Or somebody might say something to you, you might feel bad. That's okay. Because in your dream also you feel bad. In the dream also you feel pain. In the dream, don't you feel that? It's a pain. So in this dream also you will feel all that. This is the learning process. Learn. Don't suddenly become perfectionist just because we have got Gyan of Ashtavakra Gita. I don't play that game. Why are you playing? I don't call myself perfect yet. We are all students here. So why are you calling yourself perfect? Be a student. Be in the learning process. Understand there is still work to do. And what I have got right now by grace, I will follow and practice only that. Forget all your other teachings. All your other teachings are only to tell you the grand information that lies beyond, to make you more curious so that you don't remain in one place. You say, oh, there is something like that also. Jagrat Swapna, I want to go to that state. That is why it is told not to make a claim or not to get scared of it. Then in this Jagrat Swapna, when you know this is a Swapna, the third state, Jagrat Sushupti happens. Deep meditation in the Jagrat. You see the Avadhutas walking? Sushupti hai unko. They are always in Sushupti. Jagrat may be, body is alive, but they are lost in meditation. They are one with that. Do we think we have come very even close to those things? Avadhutas? Forget it. They are still in the first stage. Jagrat. And all the practice of shifting into awareness brings you to make you aware, and Jagrat mein Jagrat bana rahe hain. Is making you aware of your Jagrat. So that in the Jagrat you understand this is Swapna, Jagrat Swapna. Okay? Don't imagine right now, oh, this is a Swapna. Because I heard Jagrat ye bhi Swapna hai. Don't go by teachings. Because somebody said, until you start experiencing it. And if you have to experience this is Swapna, first do what you're supposed to do. वो छोड़ के आप बाकी सब कुछ कर रहे हो. जागृत को जागृत नहीं बना रहे. How much are we living in divine presence? How much are we shifting again and again back into awareness? how much are we asking the question, where am I? I'm in ignorance. How much are you ready to give your ignorance? हमारा ignorance छोड़ने को ही तैयार नहीं है. मार काट के लिए उतर आते हैं हम लोग. Ignorance की बात किए तो. We like to be in the ignorant state only. So are you that? Not wanting to be disturbed. Then why these posts hurt you? Then you have misunderstood shifting into awareness. This path is something else. ये कुछ और आप expect कर रहे हैं. यहाँ और कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. What I talked वही मिलेगा. रमणा मिलेगा, निसर्गदत्त महाराज मिलेगा और नित्यानंद मिलेगा और अष्टवक्र गीता मिलेगा. Ashtavakra Gita is the highest document. To attain freedom and to understand everything is a swapna. Ashtavakra is teaching Janaka how it is a swapna. When you are ready to understand this world is a swapna, only come here. नहीं नहीं मुझे नहीं लगता ये स्वप्न, ये तो इतना सत्य है, मुझे नहीं छोड़ना है. Then don't come here. You'll get hurt, offended. You'll feel bad, bruised. And you will create all kind of vengeance against me. That's the path. You'll think this is being misguided. People are being misguided here. Listen carefully to what I said today. You'll understand who is misguiding whom. Is this misguiding? So this cannot be done in the masses, to the public. It can only happen to people who are ready for this kind of a journey, and this is the end of the journey. No mukti and moksha will come by any other way. That is why Ramana said, let anyone go anywhere. Ant mein idhar hi aana hai. Arunachala means the Gyan Marga. Gyan Marga means understanding everything is a dream. And you don't exist. You are not the doer. You cannot do until you realize something is doing through you. Until you give up creating your own destinies. वो state आना बनता है. उसके लिए time. Till then what you can do? Do what you're doing. Do what there is an inner call for. No, I am feel very much obliged in doing service in this world, in serving my Swapna Jagat. Serve. No one says it's wrong. Serve. Then don't mix up these teachings. Don't go into the Gyan Marga. That is not your path yet. When the time comes, the grace comes, automatically from within, the pull will come and you will be pulled towards it. Are you getting it? So both the questions have answered. There is no next. And there is no question of mastering other states till I have mastered the present state that I am in. I am in Jagrit. In Jagrit only you can do sadhana. In wakefulness only you can do sadhana. And only humans can do this. Animals also are woken up. But what is woken up is their ego, their ignorance. There is no awareness woken up in them. Only human beings, not all, only human beings after a certain point can awaken. Not all the humans are awakened. Those who are not awakened are called in deep sleep. That is called Sushupti. Deep sleep, where the Chit Shakti is sleeping, the Muladhara, Kundalini Shakti is deeply sleeping. It has to be woken. So, however, by the grace of God, when you are woken up and you start waking up, that is when you are becoming awake. Where? In the awake state only. In the Jagrat state, you are becoming awake and aware of how this Jagrat also is not real. It looks real. It looks all are awake. Look at this statement that I'm saying. It looks, when you open the eyes and look into the world, you'll say all the people have woken up from their sleep and all are going to their work and they're going about their business. But if you look very deeply through the eyes of Ashtavakra, you'll see all are still asleep. Why asleep? Because they still feel this Jagrit is real. Whereas it is only a dream, but they are living in a dream. So living in a dream is called false. That is called what we are calling as Maya, Mithya. Living in a dream is called a state of avidya or ignorance. Whatever sadhanas you do, remaining in the state of knowing that this Jagrat only is real, they all come under the category of illusion only. This can be understood only after a certain point. Only when that is understood will one give up the doing, because they will understand haath pair jo maar rahe hai, all the efforts that are being made is actually being made in a dream. So the effort now will be more and more to move into the presence and become aware of the dream. Only those will be able to do these practices on shifting into awareness. So I think I've clarified what this path is about. So there should be no confusion. Stay away from this path if it is too much to handle, too much to digest, or it feels too much like fake. You might call this fake, but you cannot call Ashtavakra Gita fake. So to even understand that I have to pick up such kind of paths is grace. Advait Vasanam, Ishwara Kripa, says Avadut Gita, verse number 1. ये अद्वैत की वासना है. It is called Sadvasana. हम विषय वासना से अभी छूटे नहीं. What is विषय वासना? My world is real. ये विषय वासना है. उधरी दौड़ो. But Nityananda says, until you give up your worldly path, the forest path, you are a beggar. भीख ही मांगते रहेंगे यहाँ पे. Beggars, why? Because we will think this world is going to fulfill us. More you think this dream is going to fulfill you, you are going to go again and again chasing the dream to be fulfilled. Now, isn't that ignorance? Seeking fulfillment from a dream. It is just like saying, I'm too tired today, or my people are not allowing me to drink alcohol. Let me go and sleep and go into the dream and drink alcohol. All those things which I have not been able to do in my Jagrat, let me enjoy it in my Swapna. Actually, the Swapna is all that only, which you have not been fulfilled, which you could not fulfill your desires in your Jagrat, that only appears in your dreams. And there you get satisfaction. भोग हो रहा है भोग, स्वप्न में भी भोग होता है. Do you see you release your emotions in dreams? You feel the excitement, those energies, and you feel a sense of fulfillment in dreams. Exactly like how you feel fulfilled and wake up and you say, wow. Exactly the same is what we are doing in the Jagrut also. Moving around, constantly seeking experiences and fulfillment in this Jagat. So when Nityananda says all those who are running around in this world are beggars, he's talking Ashtavakra Gita, my dear. He's telling in the Swapna, you are searching for that permanent happiness because you have not realized yet that this world is a dream. So Chidakasha Gita is deep. Chidakasha Gita asks you to see everything as false. That is why he's telling again and again, leave the forest path and move to the royal path. What I am talking is the royal path. Royal path in Bhagavad Gita is referred to as the Jnana Marga. The fourth section is known as the royal path, which is the path of wisdom. This is the path of wisdom. Because it gives you wisdom on a lot of things which you thought were real. So, to come to this path of Advaita, Path of wisdom only can lead you to Advaita. Without wisdom, there is no Advaita. Without Jnana, there is no Advaita. Only Gyan can lead you to Advaita because Advaita is oneness beyond the duality. Duality is Mithya, this Swapna Jagat. There is a seer and there is a dream too. Whatever you call your world, that also is true. I and this world, me and mine. So to break that, you need Jnana Marga. You need awareness. Awareness is the Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva only can break the illusion of avidya. Awareness only can break. So when you become aware, when you're ready to break the two into one, it's called Advaita Vasana. Advaita Vasana, Ishwar Kripa, it says, means only by the grace of God can you have this Vasana. This is not your own Vasana. This is not something which you brought. No, when the time is right, this Vasana will rise in you from your Bhava Sharira, from your Karana Sharira. Feeling will come. That feeling will lead you to such kind of paths. So don't think you are taking yourself to such kind of paths. You are taking yourself to Ramana or Nisarga or Nityananda. You are taking yourself to Arunachala. No, grace is doing that. When you understand grace is doing that, you become humble. You become innocent. You become simple. And you say, I am not doing anything. You start connecting to that grace, which is connecting to God. Then you start understanding in Advaita, God means you. It is not what you have been seeing till date. That image, that idol, the temple, the church, that mosque, that Gurdwara. Gods don't exist there, but you, the one who is the seer of that God, is that God. Then that kind of Upanishads will open up for you. And then that kind of practices will come to you. So when you are ready, a thirst will come from inside to know, and that thirst in the horse takes the horse to the well, where it can quench its thirst. Like the great saying is there, you might take even the horse to the well, but you can't make it drink. In many cases, I have seen it. Even if you bring horses to the well, you can't make it drink. To drink is kripa, grace. Without grace, you will not feel the thirst to bend and drink. So to drink also, there must be thirst. That thirst has different qualities. A deep thirst is called mumukshatva. Deep yearning for liberation. You cannot have yearning for liberation until you see this world as swapna. Why will you liberate? Till you see this world as real, till you see all these dramas as real, why would there be even a desire to liberate from this? Do you understand? All those people who have deep desire to seek liberation are the people who have found this world to be unreal and temporary. It is not that you get offended in this world, you get rejected in this world, and then you want moksha. There, the world is still not unreal for you. The world is very real for you. Those who get dejected and rejected and unhappy and disappointed, because the world is real. That is why disappointment is there. That is why that feeling of hurt is there. Oh, this world is hurting so much. I want moksha. No, you are running. You are become an escapist. It is just like somebody says, I want to commit suicide. So this, in a very spiritual ways, I want moksha. We are not talking about that. That is not real mukti. Many come to the spiritual paths in that manner. Many run to gurus in that manner. Because they feel hurt and dejected and they feel the guru should give them some solace or lift them and give them moksha, means give them death. Because they are disappointed with the world. That is not the true spirit of spirituality. That is not the real. See, to have this jnana, to have this awareness that this is not real, also you need awareness there. That's the Guru Tattva. The Guru Tattva opens up illumination to that and shows you even the falseness in so called truth. So many teachings which we feel we have understood, we have not really understood. You need the path of wisdom and awareness to again break the barriers or hoaxness in what you thought was real till now. So, the path of wisdom is a constant breaker. It will keep crumbling, crushing, consistently crushing you. It is Kala Bhairava. I've told this many times. Shifting into awareness is Kala Bhairav Tattva. It is purely Bhairav Tattva. Bhairav is the breaking, pralaya. And it's a ruthless kind of an energy. Kala Bhairav is a ruthless energy. Then only you can reach Mahakal. Mahakal is the state of oneness, where the Kal is gone, time difference is gone. Time space difference distance when it dies. That state is called Mahakal. To go to Mahakal, you need a ruthless energy released in you, which is Bhairava. That which simply burns out, strongly burns out all the ignorances. Then only that Mahakal state can come. So breaking of all the concepts is a Bhairav Tattva. So are we ready for that? If we are not ready, then it's okay. But it's not okay to blame that path which does not give you comfort for the lives that we live in. We must not go there. We must continue whatever we are destined to do. Wherever there is an inner call, we must settle there. Wherever there is an inner call connection, that is your path. There is no rigid rule that this is your path or that is your path. Your inner guru only will tell you what is your path. Your inner being, your innermost being will tell you. Inner call, you will feel it from inside. Now that's another question. Many people feel it from inside, but they can't live up to it because of their mind and the barriers in their mind, obstacles in their mind. Where they feel threatened, they feel scared. For that, then you have to slowly get into the path of wisdom, and slowly the wisdom has to open. Slowly by practice, those fears and those concepts will go, beliefs will go. When the concepts go, the fears also go with them. And then when you are fearless, the form of Shiva, 9 forms, which I explained last time in the Shiva Shakti. If you want, you can go deep into that pre-session that we did, Shiva and Shakti. There you can see that, the 9 forms of Shiva. In that, one is the Kala Bhairava. Where Shiva in the Kala Bhairava form is the energy of fearlessness. The Rudra Tattva, the energy of fearlessness. Rudra is again Pralay. So where fear is there, you will not break it. Because if you fear, oh, this is the real world, I cannot break the real because it's real, then there will be fear. Anytime somebody tells you to break this, or the tattva, or even your awareness tells you I have to break this, there will be immediately fear from inside. That is where many of you, while doing these or understanding this path more deeper, when you are doing more of Devi Kalotra and all, suddenly fear will start coming up. Many of them say reported nightmares coming up, dreams coming up, fearful dreams. What is that? That dreams are coming, that fear is coming because you are unable to break it. The fear is rising because the illusion is very strong for you. So, by grace and by practice, slowly it will dissolve. That state of fearlessness is the Bhairav Tattva. Shiva in the Bhairav form is a sense of fearlessness. It's a ruthless energy. So I explained how the final state is the state of pure awareness, which is referred to as Mahadeva, the state of pure awareness. But before that, there are these states, these 8 other forms of Shiva to reach you to the 9th form. The one preceding before Mahadeva is Ardhanarishwara state, where you are close. And that Ardhanarishwara comes only after a lot of destruction by the Bhairav Tattva. When the Rudra is active in you and ready to do pralaya in your false world, then only you get pulled into the state of presence. That is Ardhanarishwara, where there is only awareness and consciousness, not of anything else. Both are aware of itself. You, the ego, in the purest form, when it's self-aware, that is Ardhanarishwara. I am state. What Nisargadatta Maharaj is teaching is nothing but the 8th step, one step before Mahadeva, pure awareness. The state of Mahadeva cannot be done by you. You can only practice and take yourself to the state of Ardhanarishwara. That's called the divine union. After that, you remain in that. What I told you, Jagrit mein pehle wo karke, when you see the Jagrit Swapna and you break that and you enter into Jagrit Sushupti, you are a state of constant meditative, that is I am state, Ardhanarishwara state. There is work before that. Jagrit mein, we are learning these steps here. Next step is the Tal Bhairav Tattva. Jagrit Swapna, pata chal gaya swapna hai. Now the destruction, Rudra, Pralaya of all that is false in your life. The concepts, everything you will be able to just give up. That is where Shiva is telling Parvati, now give up everything. You need not. Otherwise, you will never get me, Mahadeva. To get me, with doing, you cannot do that. So, Rudra Tattva, finally, Pralaya, it takes you to Ardhanarishwara state, which is that Ayamna state where I told you, Jagrat Sushupti happens. That's not ordinary states, Jivan Mukta states. So don't just think about these states. ये सोचने से नहीं आता, ये सोचने से भी नहीं आता कि अरे ये माया है, अरे ये तो स्वप्न है. अभी मुझे समझ आया, समझ आने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला, ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आता है. मोर प्रॉब्लम यू लैव इफ यू से मुझे समझ आया मिथ्या है. कैसे मिथ्या है बताओ? यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू हैंडल इट because everything is real. Why? Because identity is still strong. मैं है तो मेरा है. So there is work here to do. Let us not go to those states right now. Let us be just doing these simple practices by grace. We are not teaching. I am not teaching you. Neither you are being taught. Whatever is happening is simply happening. I look at life as that manner. When somebody feels I should not be teaching this, I should not be saying that, who's the teacher? Who's doing this? I am being led on a path and I know I am being led. Some things open up in me which has not been in my khobdi, in my head. I have not learned these things. I've told you many times. I have not learned from books. There is a knowing that grows from me, from within. Suddenly a knowing starts rising and you simply know. You can't define. How do you know? Because I've not read it. So when I started reading books or books started coming to me, these books were a reconfirmation. Like I told you, Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, which is the final tantra given by Shiva to Shakti, this tantra doesn't involve any yantra mantra. Any props are not there in this. No rituals are there in this. And it is given on the final stages where the mind is refined to that understanding that there is nothing to be done but to be. Now Shiva is teaching how to be and how to enter into those zones where you can find God, that you are God. Now, when that document came to me just a couple of years back, 2 or 3 years back, and when I read it, I loved it more because I was already doing most of it. I was not taught by anybody. No guru taught me, no book taught me. So I feel it is wrong to even say that until somebody comes and gives you that gyan. I have seen most of these things have happened in me. And when I read Shiva Sutras, it's clear that Shaktipat can happen in any form. The Shiva, which is the God consciousness, it can enter you through any ways and give you any kind of gyan, any kind of experience, any kind of Shaktipat can be given to you in multiple ways. And when that opened, I understand it's true. And when I know it's true by experience and conviction, why will I not talk about it? Now, my talking is not coming from learning from somewhere or taking the information from a teacher. It is coming from a spontaneous knowing which I cannot explain. How, where? So, I cannot show you any lineage that I am connected to. I cannot show you that I have brought it from this master or that master. All the masters in my life have been coming by the grace of God, timely coming and going. But we are all led to where we are supposed to be led. We might need multiple teachers or one teacher. It's all very much unique. It's not one particular standard. Most of the time, we have this jnana, this wisdom, this experience from previous lifetimes. So people can say, you have not done this tapas, you have not stood on one leg, you have not done this pritva, you have not done that sadhana, this sadhana. Not necessary. I must have done it in previous lifetime. How do you know my history? Do you know my Akashic records? You cannot judge anybody. In fact, here also so many people come. They don't all come from paths. Some are very new. They have just awoken. And directly they are connected to these paths and directly they can be still. Nischala. They can be nirbhava. No emotions. No emotions to anything. Nirbhava is a big state. It's not an ordinary state. Nirbhava means there is no emotion to any of this word because the bhava can be to something that is real. When you see everything artificial, when you see nothing is real, bhava will not come towards anything that is artificial, isn't it? There are beings which I have seen in this path here. There are people, 2 or 3 here, that kind, who have not come from any path. They don't know what is path. They have not met any gurus, but they are ripe. Where does that ripeness? Because they have done it in their previous janma. We cannot judge anybody just by looks or just by what they have done, their biodata, they are past. तो हम भगवान बनना छोड़े. We must stop becoming gods and determining what others should be doing, what others should be following, what they should not be doing, they should be talking, what they should not be talking. From where did you get this? Who are anybody to question anybody else? Who has given anybody the right to go and question? Where did you get it from? How did it come? We have to mind our own business. Everybody is guided by the Param Tattva. That is the first illusion to feel that we are not guided. You start becoming more and more aware of the presence that I'm talking. You will start feeling it all the time within you. So I tell I am completely connected to the Arunachala Tattva in me, Bhagavan Ramana's Tattva in me, which guides. It is not I'm sitting here and connecting to some entity outside, some masters outside. These masters are not outside. If you understand what I'm saying, you'll see whenever you take their name, whenever you remember them, their energies can be felt from your own consciousness because you are not separate. You are Chidakasha. You came from Chidakasha into this body mind. You return there. And where are all the ascended masters? Where are all the gurus coming from? They are Chidakasha and your Chidakasha is not separate. There is only one Chidakasha. Chittakasha and Bhutakasha are different. Your mind spaces are different, multiple. Your physical Bhutakashas are many. But we all return to one source. All the gurus, all the ascended masters have only one source. When we say Ramana went, Nityananda went, Nisarga went, left their body, where will they go other than Chidakasha? And where are you coming from? Chidakasha only. We are all in the same space. So when I say about connecting to masters, I don't talk in that term. Oh, let's connect to them in some other dimension. No way. You simply have to remember that energy, connect to that energy, vibrate in that presence. You'll see that presence is on the same wavelength in that same space from where they are also coming from. And that is what I mean by when I say I'm connected to Arunachala or Ramana Tattva. Are they not the God's Tattva? Right now, that is what God has decided for me. That this is my vibration, and this guy or this person will understand grace through this path. So it is God's will. I put it on divine will. This is not mine. I have used my free will to go here, not go there, do this, don't do that. Kuch nahi bana. When I was in many paths, I thought I will be here, do this manner, that manner. कुछ नहीं बना. वही होता है जो मंजूर खुदा होता है. कर्तुरज्ञाने प्राप्ते फलम कर्म किम परम कर्म तज्जडम. That which is ordained by the Lord only will happen. That is what Ramana is telling. What is destined is going to happen. So who is anybody to challenge that destiny? When somebody is living their destiny, who am I to go and challenge? Why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you not doing what I am doing? We have no authority over it. You are challenging God then. I will say, go and ask God. Don't ask me because I don't know. If I take decisions, you can ask me. When I am not taking my decision, I am living spontaneously. Just wherever the flow takes me, I go by that. I do speak, I do whatever by the flow that comes from within. You ask that one will tell you. So these things all come from the ignorances, these divisions, this control. These things are not required. So for that, I had told, let us not deviate our energies from what we are doing. Connect to the grace, be with the grace, practice that and only that. Don't get connected here and there to what people are saying, this one is saying, and don't at all bring it to me. I would like to stay in the space of my awareness. In that same God which is guiding all the other paths and everybody, I would like to stay in that space. I wouldn't want to go more into this dream and find out what's happening there. Neither would I advise any of you to go and mess up your energies. There is no need to prove to anything because what I spoke today, you cannot explain it. If any questions are coming, you are unable to explain, give this video to them because this will be on YouTube. Put it there. And still, if you can't explain, leave it. Even I can't explain beyond this. Hamari aukat nahi. Who understands, understand. Who doesn't understand, don't understand. We return back to our journey, what we are doing. Focus on that. And see the results from there. Trust the results from there. Trust the grace that comes from you. Your inner being. Become independent. Become free. Become free from this path also. This teacher also. Connect to that inner teacher that will slowly rise when you know the knack of connecting to that teacher, because you feel all the teachers are outside. This ignorance. When you understand all the teachers are coming from within you, they all have the same consciousness, same source. You will understand where to go. When you don't understand the wisdom that is coming from multiple teachers outside is the wisdom that you already have if you tap it in the right space, because they are all tapping to the same source, Chidakasha. Everything is flowing from there through multiple gurus in multiple different colorful ways. Don't judge the colors. Why this is this color, why that is color. Bhagwan ki leela hai. How it has to play, it will play. Also, that is why I said I am talking only to a particular crowd. When you come here with colorful bottles, I break that bottle. Because that is what this path does. Rudra Tattva. ये भैरव तत्व है तोड़ना. Concepts you bring, ये बड़ा है वो बड़ा है ऐसा करना है वैसा करना है, all this I will keep breaking it because that's what this part does. So that is not challenging other paths. With due respect, all the other paths are equally important. What I am saying is don't entangle these both. If that is a certain path where we are destined to be there. Don't become the owners there and don't go and command others. You should not be there. You should be here. Who has given that permission to you? You know where you should be. You be where you are. Don't tell others where others should be. So others also should not tell you where you should be. So understanding this happens as a part of this awareness. When you are aware, I told you the first thing that will happen is oneness in your life. एकत्व का भाव आएगा, भिन्न भिन्न आएगा ही नहीं. भिन्न भिन्न आया तो अज्ञानता है. Because we have not understood our Shiva only. Shiva is not Khandit. Parashakti is not Khandit. वो अखंड है Parashakti. So if we are followers of Parashakti and Parashiva, then there is always oneness. Then we must follow the teachings that we are only boasting about. What are those teachings? That we accept everybody the way they are. We accept all the religions, all the faiths, all the paths the way they are without trying to convert anybody. Isn't that the greatest prime teaching that we have learned from all the masters? Forgive everybody, release. If anybody has done anything, let go. Khatam. Past is past. Acceptance है तो forgiveness है. Acceptance नहीं तो forgiveness कहाँ से आएगा? When these two are mastered, the third unconditional love will come. Unconditional. You don't have conditions by which I will love you or not love. You love all the species, all the paths, all the religion, all the faiths. You respect every religion, faith, sadhana. Then only you can call yourself as the Pakka Shishya of your Guru. Because the Guru's teachings of all paths are accept everyone the way they are, and that only we are not doing. Then what kind of Shishyatva we are having? We are not following our path and not allowing others to follow their path. ठीक है क्या? अच्छा नहीं है. So that is what I thought. Tomorrow, I don't know if the climate and things here, it's heavy rains and things like that. So if, let me see by afternoon. If it is there, then we will do an open session where we connect to our inner space, become one with it, and establish the space of love, acceptance, forgiveness within us. And then we project the same into the macrocosm. Because when I forgive myself, I accept myself, and I love myself, that can be projected into the universal space. So when I do sadhana on myself, I am contributing to this world. We are not going to sit here and send healing to the world because we have not healed ourselves. Adhurapan yahan. What we are doing is healing ourselves and simply seeing how we are a part of this collective consciousness. And thus, when I pray for my own good, my own evolution, I am automatically praying for the evolution and healing of the whole cosmos, of the whole creation. So let us do that tomorrow. Or any number of days I'm here. I don't know how many. We can do it. And that will be like, I'll give you the details more tomorrow. So if you have any questions, you can send it for the clarity session. Today I gave the whole information of how the things are going to be, clarity sessions, how webinars will be, and how the rest of the whole protocol will be. For follow-up sessions, only those who are attending webinars will get access to deep sessions where then you come and go. There is no force that you have to attend all the sessions. No, it's up to you. You can attend only 15 in 30, so be it. You can attend only 2, so be it. But no recordings are given. You have to be live present there. Make your space and time for that. If you miss something, come for the next session. That's it. And for the people who are living abroad, who are living out of India, there also, I will make a category of people who are constant, consistent, and a part of these webinars. and recordings will be given only to them. Consistency. So right now I'm just little focused on only the serious seekers, and I wouldn't want to talk anything else about the others. It is upon them. As I told you, I gave you the full idea, full picture of what the path is, the masters, the teachings, and what is the goal. All this Jagrat, 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 Swapna, Jagrat, Sushupti. And what are the teachings that will be always in our hands? Chidakasha Gita, Avadut Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, Yoga Vashishta. These are our tools. And we will contemplate on no other scriptures like Puranas. We are not going into all that. Whole time gaya. Now these deeper ones. And of course, as we get closer more into Ribhu Gita and those kind of documents, the deep Shiva Sutras. The Shiva Sutras are very, very deep. They're very contemplative. Kashmir Shaivism, very contemplative. I'm trying to put some videos there. You can see what is Kashmir Shaivism. We are definitely connected to those great masters. Sri Lakshman Ju, I feel very, very connected. Abhinav Gupji. These are all preceptors of the Shiva Sutras, Kashmir Shaivism. By their grace only, we can even understand what is that. So we are trying to understand it from a depth of awareness. Like one example, we have 5 minutes more. One example of Kashmir Shaivism. In Shaivism, what we generally feel is bhakti. Lot of importance is given to bhakti, devotion. In Shaivism, you have to be a bhakta of Shiva, devoted, dedicated to Shiva. That is what the basic foundation of Shiva Sutra and Kashmir Shaivism. But it doesn't end there. It goes from being a bhakta to understand the Shiva Tattva in you. Even in the bhakta, what is making a bhakta is Shiva itself. It goes to that end. So that question was asked to Lakshman Ju to explain about Kashmir Shaivism. And Kashmir Shaivism is believed to be bhakti, devotion. Some believe it to be inclusion, path of inclusion. Everything is included. One. देखो हम बोलते we are a Shaivite, हम शिव के भक्त हैं. But we will not follow Kashmir Shaivism or Shiva Sutras. Because in Kashmir Shaivism, everything is inclusive, not exclusive. हम exclusive है. ये सब they are different. They are inferior. We are superior. नहीं होता. Everything is one. All religions are one. Inclusiveness means all religion. Where do we see that? You will not see that even in the followers of Shaivism. अभी भी divisions है. भाव ऐसा है. So when we are finding in Kashmir Shaivism, it is inclusiveness. And we are practicing that. Aren't we Shiva Bhaktas? Devotion is what they give importance to. And Sri Lakshman Juji explains very clearly in Kashmir Shaivism, Shiva Sutras, that it is not just about bhakti or inclusiveness. Bhakti means parabhakti, the devotion and love that you have for everyone, knowing that everyone is coming from that Shiva Tattva. That love, when you evolve or when you emerge that love from you and use it on the others, that love sprouts out of you. The devotion sprouts not just to the feet of the Guru or Shiva's feet. Listen to that video that I put on Shifting into Awareness. Lakshman Joji is saying, Kashmir Shaivism doesn't mean bhakti means you worshipping the feet of the Guru or the deity or the Ishta or Shiva himself, you bending down to the Guru or the deity or the Ishta or Ishvara. It is bending down to the whole of creation. It is being surrendered to the whole of creation to develop bhakti and devotion. So, are we teaching anything wrong here? Then I am teaching Kashmir Shaivism. We are understanding, I'm saying, not even teaching. In the real spirit, people question, how can you teach that? Who has given you the permission? Who has given you the permission to ask me? Ask anyone, judge anyone, and tell me, are we not dealing with these things? Are we not already practicing these things where inclusion is our prime practice? Oneness is the first practice here. We don't discard anybody. No hatred towards Muslims or Sikhisms or this country or that country. We are developing the same karuna towards everyone. Aren't we following Shaivism? What does Shiva like? In one of the Shastras, when it is asked, the flowers that I offer, Shiva likes this flower. There are particular pushpa. And Shiva says, more than these flowers, I like the pushpa of your innocence, the flower of your innocence. I like the pushpa of your humility. I like the pushpa of your karuna, compassion. I love the pushpa of your pure devotion to all the creation. These kinds, see, this is what Shiva is asking. And this is what we are learning here. So we are directly or indirectly learning what Shiva has only taught us, not through books, through our achar, through our feelings, through our intentions, through our daily practices. So keep going, dear ones. God is always guiding through many masters, through many ascended masters, through ways which you cannot even imagine. Don't go by what you see, because people are stuck with only this, what you can see, and calculations and your biodata and things like that. Forget everything. The greatest biodata is here. Connect here and evolve from there. Connect to that spirit and see what all flows from there. I have had this experience, and that is what I'm trying to share with others. Without me having that experience, how can I share? What I'm trying to share is what I have experienced in life. So if you look at my own journey, you will see a great transformation. You will see a great depth. If you want to see it, if you're not in the jealous mode or hatred mode, revenge mode, or in the blame mode, if you can see that depth, then what I'm trying to convey is it can be attainable by anybody and it is everybody's birthright. We are moving towards that. Okay. So I think we'll end for today. Let's become aware of the grace in our lives. Let's become aware of the God's presence in our life, the Guru's presence deep in our lives. All the Avadhutas, ascended masters. Be aware of the light that always guides you. Shift more into this light and you'll never feel alone. Aloneness comes when you dwell in your mind and in the I. Move into the presence again and again and experience freedom from fears. Freedom from the fear of separatedness. Move more and more into oneness. Into the witness. Whenever you move to that presence, learn to connect and give gratitude to that presence, that grace that you feel. Even if it is 5 minute, 10-minute freedom, learn always to give gratitude to that 5 minutes of freedom that you got. If you enter into a satsang and 1 hour, 2 hours, you got freedom from your mind and illusions and fears. Learn to give gratitude to the grace that flows in your life, which has the capacity to show you that 5 minutes or 2 hours of freedom, which is the proof that it can be expanded. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadhyachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed, may we all evolve, may we all be free. Stay blessed. Arunachala Shiva.